Good morning. It's time for Coffee with Karma. And I, surprise, surprise, am Karma, of which Coffee with Karma speaks. I am an award-winning and best-selling author, and I have a question for you. Are you stuck thinking that the only way your book can make you money is with royalties? Well, in today's episode of Coffee with Karma, I'm going to tease you with three ideas that will help you take your book content beyond just royalties. And in a couple of weeks, I'll be dropping a podcast episode in which I lost count of how many ideas I provided in that episode of how you can make money from your book outside of royalties. Your book is so much more than just stick it on Amazon, people buy it, and you get a few cents. When you have a nonfiction book, and even if you have a fiction book, you can go beyond that. Now, the first way, and a lot of authors do think of this, is get speaking gigs. And you can get paid speaking gigs. You can get speaking gigs where you can sell something at the back end and either make all the money yourself or share the profits with the person who puts you on that stage. Or you can use speaking as a way to increase your visibility, like getting on podcasts, and that eventually, it's one step removed from the actual income, but it can lead to income. So here's the thing. A lot of people I've talked with think, I'm going to get speaking gigs first, then I'll write my book. And that can happen. However, as soon as you can put author in your title, you get more and better speaking gigs. Being an author makes you more enticing to higher quality speaking opportunities. So if you want to be a speaker, I highly recommend becoming an author first. So the second way that you can make money with your book is by repackaging the information in that book, repackaging your expertise. You can take your book and turn it into a course. You can take your book and turn it into a retreat, into a series of webinars, into a companion workbook, into all sorts of different things that people will buy that are related to your book. And the beauty of these things that you create is that your book can lead to them, or they can lead to your book, and it becomes like this marketing vortex. I love the idea of a marketing vortex. So you've got your marketing funnels, and they're all revolving around each other, creating a gigantic vortex of marketing and money. It's awesome. But you got to get one spinning so that you can get the second one spinning. That's how you create your vortex. And my third idea, and this one's a little outside the box, not a lot of authors do this. Some do, but not a lot. And that's licensing and merchandising. So licensing means giving someone else the license to use your content. So you can let's say you've got a book that would be really appropriate for an association that's got hundreds, maybe even thousands of members. You can give them a license to give your book to their members. They buy the copies up front. They look, and you can add a page to like the beginning that says this book was brought to you by the Association of Widget Makers, whatever. And what this does is it makes the association look good because they're giving their members this highly valuable content, your book, and it gets you in front of all those people. And some of those people will go, I really like this book. I want to work with this person. So it's a win-win. Win, because actually the people get your book and they get your content, right? So because you've written a high quality book, right? Say yes and then do it. And then merchandising, depending on what your book is, you can actually start creating things. You could create mugs. You could create t-shirts. You could create journals. You create all these other things that people buy because they buy your book. So, for example, and I almost did this actually, with Public Speaking Superpowers, there's a quiz you can take where you can discover your public speaking superhero archetype. And there are 6 of them, and this is your go-to style when you're speaking. So, for example, I'm the professor. I'm sorry. I love to teach, and sometimes I use big words because I like big words and I cannot lie. I don't know the rest of the tune. Anyway, and I thought about creating t-shirts for each of the 6 archetypes so that, I'm a professor. I'll buy the professor t-shirt and wear the professor t-shirt. And I never did it. I also thought about doing mugs and I never did it. But I had cartoons of these archetypes, so it would have been really fun. It's really easy to create journals. You can almost any book you have, you can create a journal around. And journals are really, really popular. People love journals. They do really well. So these are 3 ways that you can create income streams using the content you've already created for your book. Now you have multiple streams of income. So if you want to hear the rest of the ideas that I gave in that podcast, because I recorded it this past Monday, which means it drops in a couple of weeks, you can do one of 2 things. You can drop an emoji down here saying me, me, me. Drop a me, me, me GIF, emoji, whatever in the comments. And when it comes out, I'll be sure to DM you the link. You can just try really hard to pay attention to my feed and on that particular Monday, see the post where I promote it. Or better yet, you can join my list. How do you join my list? You go to, I was going to get this URL ready before I started, and I forgot to do that. It's authorneering.com/101, I think. I'm double checking it. See how prepared I am? This is the beauty of lives. Okay. That will take it to you. authorneering.com/101 will take you to it. But the actual URL is authorneering.com/101 checklist. I will drop the link in the comments below. And if you happen to be watching this a week later on YouTube, you'll have to come to my Facebook page to get that. Or just go to authorneering.com/101 checklist. And if you're early enough, you might get the link. Or you can go to authorswitch.com/episodes and find the episode that way. Those are my 3 tips. This is Carma Spence saying ciao for now.